My name is Marion Williams, and I became a telegraph operator because my father was a station agent. And so we, as children, grew up listening to the telegraph key and wondering what was said. And so two of my siblings and myself became telegraph operators. And my sister was a very good operator because she worked on a press wire, which was very prestigious, and you had to be very, very good at it, because there were people stationed at various places, and you didn't dare make a mistake, or you had to break, it was called. And so that was frowned upon, because these press wires, especially during the war, were very immediate and very important. And eventually my brother became superintendent of CNCP telecommunications. So we are very, I could say, invested in the railroad. And the trainmen who went by were in these freight trains, especially, not so much passenger trains, because they came and went, but in freight trains they stayed around and unloaded freight, and so they became as much part of our family as anybody. So that's how I became a telegraph operator, and I started out working in 1942 in Drumheller. I ran the telegraph office there, not the railroad, but the commercial office. And from there I went to Jasper and worked in the commercial office there. But I was also a teletype operator. And from there I went into Edmonton and worked in what was called the D office. And that was where, like a central office, where telegrams were relayed to stations along the CPR lines. So that just about ended. When I got married, that just about ended my career as a telegraph operator, until I moved to Salmon Arm. And at one point in 1957, the telegraph operators used to come bowling, and we ran the bowling alley. My husband and I, Gordon Williams, ran the bowling alley. And the operators used to come bowling, but they were very unhappy that they couldn't get any leave for holidays, because there was no one to relieve them, because telegraphy was more or less on its way out. So when I told them I was a telegraph operator, I wrote up the rules, which you had to do as a railroad operator, and so that you knew. I remember Rule G. The only one I remember is Rule G, and that was you don't drink on the job. And so I worked with them, and it was Frank Smewen and Gil Meny. In particular, Mr. Langstaff was the agent. And so I worked from May till September, relieving the operators.